welcome to my channel. If we haven't met before, hi, my name is Aka. I'm a mom and I make YouTube videos. So today I'm coming to you with a story time. I've not really done a story time of this sort before. This is my first time, so I hope you'll enjoy it. Before I start, I'll just say that I got permission from my friend to tell this story because it had to do with her wedding. So my best friend of, how many years is it? We met in 2007, 17, 18, 19, 20, of 13, no, yeah, of my, we met in 2007, 17, 18, 19, 20, of 13, no, yeah, of my best friend of 13 years, I think, yeah, so my best friend of 13 years was getting married last December, and she asked me to be a bridesmaid. Actually, I was the chief bridesmaid. Yeah. Yeah. So I was very excited and very honored because, you know, it's a big deal when your friend asks you to do that. So I took my role very seriously and, you know, did the best I could. So her wedding was in the second week of December. So she'd been looking for designers and things and working with different people to try and figure out what sort of dress she wanted and what sort of dress we wanted. So she was very democratic bride. She allowed us to pick which dresses we would want to wear. So we all voted and one dress won. I mean, I think I can find the photo. I'll show you which dress we wanted. Anyway, found a designer. The same designer was making her wedding dress. So we decided ring light showing. Yeah. So we decided we're going to use the same designer who was making her dress was also going to make our bridesmaids dresses. So the wedding was in the second week of December. She asked us to go in to have our measurements done in October. I went in on October 19th and we were asked to pay a down payment which was half of the total amount. So the dresses cost $750 in total. So I went in on the 19th. They took my measurements and I paid $400 down payment. So that was fine. The measurements were taken. The person who was taking the measurements was really nice. She was really sweet and, you know, quite professional. So, you know, I really have nothing else to say about that. That's it. So October came to an end. We came to November, and toward the middle of November we began to kind of start asking if our dresses were done, and the lady asked us to go in. I think that was, I'll probably have to check. Hold on, let me check. We were meant to go for fittings on the, I believe it was like the 7th of December or thereabouts. The wedding was on the 14th, mind you. So the tailor kept telling stories. Oh, the dresses will be ready on Saturday. Come over on Saturday and try your dresses on. Saturday she says, oh, the dresses are not yet ready. I'll let you know when to come and have your fittings done. And that didn't happen. I think we ended up going, I think it was on a working day on a Monday. I went to have my dress fitted and it was just not fitting properly. The bust was huge. It had to be taken in quite a lot. There was no slit. We asked for a slit. The dresses had no slit. They said they'd put the slit. I remember thinking, how are they going to put the slit? Because the way the dress is designed, the slit is supposed to be put into consideration while you're cutting the material, but that wasn't done. But hey, I'm not an expert, so I took their word for it. They took the measurements on where they wanted, or where I wanted the slits to be. The guy wrote with his little chalk thing and everything seemed fine. He asked me, I think, to go back on I think it was a Wednesday. I'm not sure. I think so, but it was like 2 days later. We were reassured that everything would be done. Ended up going again to do a second fitting. Nothing had been done. The dress was the same way it was the first time I came. The chalk marks were still there where he was supposed to make the slit. He hadn't done that. So go back the day before the wedding. The wedding was on the 14th, so this was on the 13th. Went back now for the final fitting and to pick the dresses up. Nothing had been done. The dresses were exactly the same way we left them. Nothing had been touched. It had just been left exactly like that. So for me, my dress was entirely too big. So in haste, since I was the only one who was there at the time, in haste they tried to make the slit. It was, oh my gosh, it was awful. It was horrible. I don't know if you can call that a slit. It's basically, they basically cut a piece of material out, and that apparently is how the slit was supposed to be. It was horrible. It looked cheap and nasty and ugly. Oh, I forgot to mention, the dresses were supposed to be satin, but the material they used, I don't know, I don't think it was satin. If it was satin, it was really, really cheap satin. The color was not burgundy, it was more like a maroonish, pinkish sort of thing. Pretty much everything about this dress was just off. Nothing was what we asked for. Everything was totally different. Mind you, we were paying 750 kwacha for this. So on the day before the wedding, when we went for the final fitting, I ended up leaving at around, I think it was around 9 or 10 p.m. at night. That's when they finished. Very poorly done, but they finished doing the dress. The zip was crooked. It was just, I don't know how to describe it. It was horrible. Do you know what? I'm going to show you the dress. Yep, you're going to see what I mean by it. The dress was very poorly done. As a matter of fact, the craftsmanship was so poor that the inner lining was longer than the outer part of the dress, and someone ended up falling because of that. So we were there waiting, and so ended up waiting for a long time, and she kept apologizing. And while we were waiting, since she owns the fashion house, she's a quite well-known fashion designer, allegedly. Sit, darling. So she's quite well-known. She had, I think she has 3 to 4 tailors who do the actual work. So while we were there, she was complaining about how the tailors stop working each time she leaves. Sorry, my daughter is making noise. I'm trying to be consistent with YouTube. This is the only way I can do it. Just bear with me for now. So the dresses were meant to be made of satin and lace. The lace they used, poor quality. The alleged satin, abhorrent quality. It was just a very poorly done. Just everything was just totally off about the whole thing. And then now the service was just abhorrent. The tailors' attitudes were horrendous. It seems they were under so much pressure, and now they were just lashing out at everyone. I remember one male tailor just totally ignored us. So his attitude was so bad. At one point, he just walked away while we were talking to him. They were just so angry, so unprofessional. It was a very bad experience. And considering how much we paid, 750 kwacha for one dress, it's not, that's quite a big amount of money, you know. But for the quality we got, it was really bad. So while we were waiting, the owner was there. So I was thinking, oh, since she's inconvenienced us like this, since the dresses are not what we asked for, the quality is poor, and we have made this known to her, I thought maybe she'd reduce the price, because we still owed some money, 350. Remember, it was 750, I paid 400, so 350 was left. So I was thinking that she'd say, oh well, for the inconvenience I'll knock off maybe 50 kwacha or 100 kwacha. Nothing. She wanted the full amount, despite the poor quality workmanship, the fact that she put us through so much unnecessary stress, having to wait until 10 p.m. the night before the wedding to collect the dresses. I thought, like, as a business owner, if it were me, that's what I would do. I would try and mitigate the disaster by trying to at least take off a little something. But all she did was complain about how her tailors did whatever they wanted, and when she wasn't around, the tailors wouldn't work, and she was basically telling us her internal issues, the internal issues of her company, which is so unprofessional. And at the end of the day, it's not my business. I just want a nice dress that I paid for. So if you're not able to provide me with that, the least you can do is at least reduce the price. Don't charge me a price for a 750, this expensive amount for a very poor quality dress. I'm going to show you the dress just so you know what I mean. In my case, the bust part had issues. There was like this little extra boob area. I don't know what that was about. The zip. Most zips are straight. Mine had tributaries. It meandered around valleys, over hills. Just an absolute mess. Let me show you the dress. This is the dress. Look at this. Hang on, let me move it. Look at this. Look at this lace that was used. Let me try it on, see how it will look. So I don't know what this whole situation is there. The back was just this is the lace that was used. For the slit, the tailor basically cut that. Where is it? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, he made a cut from there, went round like that, and then went down. That's apparently the slit. Anyway, this is the dress. That was my story time about the time the designer butchered the bridesmaids' dresses. The takeaway from this, I guess, is like, as local businesses, especially small businesses, we need to be consistent with our product and our quality, and we need to have a certain degree of customer services. Personally, I would never in a million years recommend this particular designer to anyone because of just how bad the experience was. At least if she had tried to mitigate things, but she didn't even make any attempt whatsoever. So for that reason, I would never, with a clear conscience, recommend, please stop making noise, recommend her to anyone. I hope you enjoyed my story time about the time a local Zambian designer totally butchered our bridesmaids' dresses. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.